30 days of JavaScript, and today we have filter elements from array. Given an integer array and a filtering function, return a filtered array. A function takes one or two arguments. In this case is the array, and the other is the index of this array. Solved without the built-in array.filter method. So when you need to filter an array in JavaScript, the most common method is to use the filter.method. Basically, we need to create our own version of .filter method. So here you have an array and a function greater than 10, and the output is 20 and 13 because 20 and 13 are greater than 10, so it's very easy. First of all, we need to apply this function to this array, okay? So we need a for loop. Now we need a new array to store the new values returned by this function. Okay, now this is the key part. We need to filter an array with this function. So in this case, we need the values from this array that are greater than 10. We need to create a conditional. In this case, it's if. When this function returns true, you need to save this value in this function in the new array. For example, 0 is greater than 10. No, it's false. So in this case, we don't need this value because it's not greater than 10. When you apply this function to the 20 is greater than 10. Yes, so in this case, we need to save this value in the new array. We need to apply this function to these items. In this case, is this array R, but we need to apply this to each item in the array. With the index, you can apply using this for loop. When this function returns true, we need to push this item into the new array index. For example, with this value, our index is equal to 20, okay? So 20 is greater than 10. Yes, so this is true. So when it's true, we push that into the new array, okay? And now for the last, we need to return the new R. So let's try. We have an error in the case 2, and this is because this function is filtering by index, with the index, not with the value, just with the index. So in this case, we need two arguments, the item and the index. So here we just need to pass in this function the index, and let's try again. And that's it. This is very important because you need to know how filter.method works. And sometimes it is asked in technical interviews, so you need to learn about this.